glow. From the stars, you know, to the ones about to blow. Hear the stories unfold. From the grind in the dark to the diamonds in gold. Every beat, every dream, every risk they chose. We keep it raw, no scripts, no pose. Tune in close, let the energy grow. New voices rising, yeah, we running the show. From the stage to the mic, let the whole world know. It's the Fed Up Show. 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 Yeah. It's the Fed Up Show. Where the real ones talk and the truth gon' flow. Like songs, right? Yeah, the spotlight glow. From the stars, you know, to the ones about to blow. Hear the stories unfold. From the grind in the dark to the diamonds in gold. Every beat, every dream, every risk they chose. We keep it raw, no scripts, no pose. Tune in close, let the energy grow. New voices rising, yeah, we running the show. From the stage to the mic, let the whole world know. It's the Fed Up Show. 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 Yeah. It's the Fed Up Show. Where the real ones talk and the truth gon' flow. Like songs, right? Yeah, the spotlight glow. From the stars, you know, to the ones about to blow. Hear the stories unfold. From the grind in the dark to the diamonds in gold. Every beat, every dream, every risk they chose. We keep it raw, no scripts, no pose. Tune in close, let the energy grow. New voices rising, yeah, we running the show. From the stage to the mic, let the whole world know. It's the Fed Up Show. 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 Yeah. It's the Fed Up Show. Where the real ones talk and the truth gon' flow. Like songs, right? Yeah, the spotlight glow. From the stars, you know, to the ones about to blow. Hear the stories unfold. From the grind in the dark to the diamonds in gold. Every beat, every dream, every risk they chose. We keep it raw, no scripts, no pose. Tune in close, let the energy grow. New voices rising, yeah, we running the show. From the stage to the mic, let the whole world know. It's the Fed Up Show. It's the Fed Up Show. It's the Fed Up Show.
What up, everybody? It's your girl, McKeelery, aka Miss Fed Up, and I'm back for another episode of Live on the Fed Up Show. Good evening and welcome back, y'all. I am your host, and this is the space where real conversations happen, real stories are told, and real people are empowered to walk boldly in their purpose. This show was created to inspire, uplift, and challenge you to push beyond limitations, silence the doubt, and step fully into the vision that has been placed on your life. Whether you're an entrepreneur, creative, leader, dream chaser, or simply someone looking for motivation to keep going, you are in the right place tonight. So go ahead and tag a friend, share this live, and get ready for powerful dialogue, authentic moments, and life-changing insight, because this is Live on the Fed Up Show, and the conversation starts right now. Good evening, Fed Up family, and welcome back to another unforgettable episode of Live on the Fed Up Show podcast, where we celebrate purpose, passion, and the people bold enough to create their own opportunities. Tonight's guest is living proof that success in entertainment isn't built on talent alone. It's built on vision, consistency, sacrifice, and the courage to keep creating when no one is watching. Our next guest has carved out his own lane as a storyteller, creative visionary, entrepreneur, and entertainment powerhouse. He understands that every script begins with an idea, every production begins with faith, and every legacy begins with someone willing to bet on themselves. Whether he's writing, producing, directing, or building unforgettable experiences, his mission is clear: to tell stories that move people, challenge perspectives, and leave audiences wanting and waiting for more. Tonight, we're talking about the business behind the spotlight, building a respected name in the entertainment industry, mastering the art of storytelling, and the highly anticipated debut of his newest stage production, Men, Lies, and Secrets. Now that's juicy enough because you know men lie, women don't. Hey, Fed Up family, get ready to take notes because the conversation is for every dreamer, actor, playwright, filmmaker, producer, and entrepreneur who refuses to quit. Please help me give a Fed Up Show welcome to the incredible, talented Mr. Lucky Johnson. Hey, hey, hey.
Oh, I can't hear you.
You can't hear me. Oh, you can't hear me. Okay. Exit out, come back in. Let's see.
You're gonna come out and come back in.
We gonna remove him.
You want me to go out? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go out. Okay, let's see.
All right, y'all. As he get ready to come back in, so we can make sure the microphone is connected and we can hear each other and have this conversation. He's back. There he is. Hey, Mr. Lucky.
All right, I'm back. I did it. Look,
Yes,
you were telling me to come out and come back in. My bad.
That's okay. That's okay. Thank you so much once again for coming on to Live on the Fed Up Show. I'm excited to hear your story. I'm excited for everybody who don't know already about Lucky Johnson and what he has coming up and what you have produced and masterfully put together. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well,
So
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
No, I just wanted to say thank you for having me. Excited to be on your show. Yeah, we got a lot to talk about. Want to talk about the play first, if you don't mind. It's
Yes.
coming up next week, Saturday. Men, Lies, and Secrets. It's a good piece. I really wrote it in college, and I never mounted it. And now I'm finally putting it in production. I did another play which was really good called When a Woman Loves, and this was supposed to be the sequel to it. And ended up just kept doing When a Woman Loves. Really, really good piece. Very light, very funny, but we was targeting serious situations like cancer, domestic abuse, and HIV in the play. But it wasn't dark. It wasn't like, oh, I can't go to the play. It was educational and informative, making people whole and also letting people know that they're not, left out or they're not forgotten about or that there's no resources. So this play was supposed to be the sequel to that production. The name Men, Lies, and Secrets is a hell of a twist. So it's not what people think it is. We're not bashing men. We're not saying, oh, the men got all these lies. It's a hell of a twist. You know what I mean? But it's fun, man. It's really powerful singing. The people are going to have a great time. If you've never been to live production before, you're going to be in for a treat. And as you know, because you're a playwright yourself, you got a concert, you have a comedy show, you have a live plot production with an arc in it, and it's all happening simultaneously right in front of your eyes. So if you haven't been to theater or Broadway or off Broadway, you're in for a super duper treat. And we always got to keep the culture pushing forward in these type of productions because some people don't go to live production. It'd be their first time. So when they go and they go for the experience, I tell people if you want to be famous, you'll get in movies. If you want to get money, you'll get in TV shows. But if you want to learn and be a real good actor, you get in theater. Because theater is really where the acting is organic, it's on the spot, it's happening in real time, there's no cut, there's no look at playback, You can't do it over. And I didn't like my performance in that scene. You can't do that. It's nothing. You nothing. You can't do nothing for. Oh, let's just do another one for safety. Once it's done, it's done. So you got to find that cadence. You got to find that tone, and you got to find that beat in that character to make him convincing or make her, believable, fun or not. It could be a protagonist or antagonist, but you got to find your niche. Once you found that niche, you're gonna have a fan base that's gonna follow you like a cult following, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and they're
Mm-hmm.
gonna they're gonna want to know when is the next production, what you doing next. I've been doing plays since 2008, so I've been on my journey, and I stayed on the journey, and I'm still on the same journey. I do maybe 3 plays a year. I do them every 60 to 90 days. I do a
Oh,
stage play. Yeah.
oh wow.
So in between there, I may shoot a movie. Uh, in between there, I might do I do stand up comedy, so I might go do a special, you know what I mean, and give you 30 minutes of funny, and it's gonna be ongoing because I'm always talking about my life and my kids and my grandkids and my experiences on the movie set with all these different people. Um, it'd be cool, but the joke tells itself, so I don't have to create the joke. That is already in the fabric of my lifestyle. So yeah, man, we got Eva Marcel in the play. She's America's Next Top Model. She's in several movies, and she also does All the Queen's Men with me on Paramount Plus.
Yes.
So that is a number one show on Paramount Plus. It was BET Plus, but Paramount bought them. So shout out to her being in the production. I'm super excited about that. You'll be able to see her do her thing in a different light, and just enjoy and appreciate all that she's done for the culture and for the young black girls who thought they was too small or too big or too dark or too not dark enough, too light, too dark. Um, you're beautiful who you are. You're perfect within your skin. So don't
Yes.
let nobody tell you no different. Don't let the haters and the naysayers and the people, the dream snatchers, and all these people trying to impose their fears on you tell you you're not or you can't be. You can be, and you're better than. You know what I mean? And you're not better than the next man, but you're better than who you used to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So, but yeah, man, that's it with the as far as the play, because August 8th, the tickets are on sale now at lonzelpat.com. That's LONDZELLPAT.com or Eventbrite. But get your tickets if you're in the Georgia area or you're in the Alabama area, like you. um, or you could be right in the Florida area. You might be in Mississippi, New Orleans, Louisiana, whatever state you're in that's going up to 10 or 75 or, get on down here, man, and come enjoy yourself Saturday. And then here's the beautiful thing also. My mom turned 76 and I'm giving her a birthday party right after the play. So
Oh
yeah, it's
wow.
gonna be nice. Yeah, it's gonna be fun. So immediately after the play, we're gonna go into celebration of life, liberty, love, companionship, mothership, and we're gonna celebrate. You know what I mean? She's still here, live, healthy, well, moving around like she's 46.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling all over and just enjoying her life. So we're gonna celebrate the Leo sister, August 8th, the lioness. You know what I mean? But we're looking forward to seeing y'all, man. Everybody that's here live or will review us on the replay and things of that nature. Uh, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here with us here at Fed Up, and come out and enjoy yourself. Now I'll give you another nugget. I launched my own network, Lucky Johnson Network. So
Mm-hmm.
you get the app on your iPhone or your Android, LJNTV.TV. If you can't make it to Georgia, guess what? It's okay. You can stream it. You
Oh
can stream,
wow.
you can stream it. So on my platform, the Lucky Johnson Network, you can stream the place. So you don't have to be there. You can just stream it live from your living room, on your sofa, on your recliner, your legs kicked up. You can stream the show and watch it and have fun. You can mirror your phone to your TV. Um, if you got Apple, even if you got Android, but you mirror it, and Of course, as long as the email is the same in the phone and on the TV, it can mirror from there to the TV, and you can watch us live from your house and enjoy, the whole production if you can't make it to Georgia. So that's going to be exciting. So we got a lot of people already paying for the subscription for streaming to watch the pay-per-view of it. So we're excited about the piece.
Yes. And you already stated even Marcel is in it. It is next Saturday, August the 8th. What time does the doors open?
Doors open at 7 p.m. The play starts at 8 p.m. prompt. Uh, I know a lot of times we're on CP time, color people time. I'm starting at 8 o'clock. I'm starting at 8 o'clock. I've trained myself. I don't care if 50 people in the audience or 1,000. I'm gonna start the show on time. I'm gonna start the show on time. So I've been a stickler about that because I can always remember my college professor say, if you're 15 minutes early, you're on time, and if you're on time, you're late, and if you're late,
Yes.
just don't come. And
Yes.
that weighed heavy with me, back in my college days. So I try and use that mantra because theater goers and people who are really into the arts, they know shut the door at 8 o'clock. Let's start the show. Let's not wait to 8:30 because you're trying to wait for more people to come in. That's not fair for those who've been there since 7 o'clock. The doors open at 7 o'clock. We're gonna have a line out there at 6:30. We're gonna have
Yes.
red carpet at 5 o'clock. So you got over 100, 200 RSVPs just on the red carpet so they can get on there and, talk and show off their nice clothes and be a part of the experience
Mhm.
before the doors even open. So we're gonna the facility we're doing it at is it's black owned. He done put over $1.5 million into the building, and it is beautiful. It is gorgeous. It used to be a Bally's exercise gym. And this brother that went in there, man, and gutted this place out. I'm talking about this marble all through the women's bathroom, the men's. They got fireplaces in the women's bathroom.
Wow.
It's beautiful. Your feet not sticking to the ground. The upstairs super lounge, white plush, leather furniture and sofas, so you can feel, real comfortable and real classy, real elegant. This ain't nothing you're gonna go stand up on with your shoes on. You're gonna come in there with your
Mhm.
alligators on and your Stacey Adams and your dive hat, your zoot suit. You hear me? And you're gonna behave yourself and have a good time. This ain't for the young at heart. This for the grown and sexy. But we want
Yes.
everybody to come out. It no matter, we want you to come out and enjoy yourself and come get an experience so you can change the trajectory of life, thinking you only could go to the movies. You only
Yes.
could go to a comedy club. You could only go to a R&B concert. No, we're giving it all to you in one with the play, Men, Lies, and Secrets.
Yes, and it's a lot going on August the 8th. But listen, there's nothing going on like Men, Lies, and Secrets in Atlanta, Georgia. So, like he said, if you can't pull up, download the app and stream it online and watch it from your house on TV from your phone. However, you can tune in and support this brother. It's gonna be a great show. Eva Marcel, we all know her from All Queens Men. That's Madame. Yes, honey. We know she's gonna do her thing and show out like she always does. And what can they expect when the curtains close and the show is over? What do you want the audience to walk away from after watching this stage production?
First of all, we know they're gonna give them a standing ovation because they're gonna be very impressed. A lot of these artists and actors and actresses are students. I teach acting classes every Saturday at 12 o'clock. So for those of you guys who are interested in acting, go to my website, luckyjohnsonstudios.com. Join our acting classes. We go live online at Zoho. It's just like a Zoom, but it's called Zoho. And we got over 100 students, man. And we teach it in theory and in practical. I have my associates in performing arts and media. My major was theater and film. I have my bachelor's in business, and I have my doctorate in my PhD is in fine arts and entertainment. I got here in CCU in Atlanta. So I'm Dr. Lucky Johnson, and I'm PhD is in fine arts and entertainment. So I don't teach it in the essence of, and I don't knock other teachers and people that lecture, but unfortunately, they're telling you something from their point of view and their perspective, and it's so unfair. And I can't be upset with them because I know they hustling and they charging a fee because they know something, but they may tell you, "Oh, your performance, you should do it like this." Well, I disagree because if I'm a director and I hire you, I might not agree with their method or their style. See, they might tell you, they might want to use Van Zandt or Meisner or Method whatever realism. They might want to use a certain style that don't fit what I want.
Mm-hmm.
So they should be more neutral on helping them understand the terminology of what we're looking for on the movie set when we're spending $50 million and $80 million, and this not little money Hollywood is playing with. Even at Tyler Perry Studios, where I work at, produce, act, and am privy to listening to him, which you know is a blessing because he's my cousin. His mom and my mom are sisters. His mom passed away, but Tyler Perry is my mentor and my instructor on production. On plays and on movies and how to scale your business and how to use a particular model. I did his documentary, Maxine's Baby. It's on
Baby,
Amazon.
you sure did. Yes, you did. Mhm.
And I was very happy that he allowed me to convince him that we have to tell the people what he did to get ahead. So I've been with him from the very beginning, and I never missed a beat. But and I've been studying under him for years. And I said, man, we gotta tell him. And he said, hey, let's do it. It's time. It ain't nothing can hurt him or pull him back behind. And how he scaled that business and how he created that model and that data and how he used the tylerperry.com to get all the data on the emails and didn't go through the traditional route: film festivals, marketing campaign, street teams, radio, TV commercials. He didn't go through those mediums because he had millions of people on his freaking email blast.
Mhm.
So in modern day, Tyler Perry was ahead of the curve because when you log into Amazon, Netflix, Tubi, whatever, LJN, you have to give us your email address. Once we get your email address, we have your data. It's not about the content. The content is irrelevant. It's your data we have. So once we have your data, that means we can negotiate with these ad companies to present on our platform a product that has eyeballs that'll see it and possibly buy it, human beings. So he was way ahead of the curve. So I'm just so honored that he allowed us to make history in that aspect. And he said, I was traveling doing 30,000 shows, 300,000, and I had my website and people was tuning in because white America and Jewish Hollywood, they didn't know who the black man was. And how did he do this? He didn't come through us. He did not come through us. He
Mhm.
slipped under the radar, under the table, through the back door, and grabbed hold to people that they looked over that they didn't think was valuable, which was mostly the black people. See, because they considered it the Chitlin Circuit.
Mhm.
Well, that Chitlin Circuit made him $1.4 billion. My God, it's only been 25, 26 years.
Yes.
Hollywood been around 200 years.
Mhm.
And their executives are not billionaires, most of them. They're multimillionaires, but they're not billionaires. Why? Because they don't own the studio outright. It's public. Tyler Perry Studios is private. He paid for his own toilet tissue and buy his own light bulbs. He don't owe nobody a dime. Ain't that something?
Yes, something.
He didn't borrow a nickel. He didn't borrow a nickel. He didn't do nothing. He out the sweat of his back and the sweat of his brow, he worked hard and bust his butt, and he took his money and he bought lights and he bought cameras and he bought sets and he built this and he bought that, and he owned everything. So in that ownership, it didn't depreciate. It only appreciated in value because at some point you're going to need an army base to shoot 688. You're going to need a White House because you can't go to Washington, D.C. and shoot at their White House. It'll never happen in a million years. I don't care what movie you're shooting. You're not coming in the White House.
Mm-mm.
See? So he created these opportunities for filmmakers and producers and creators to use his space, his warehouse, his land, 300 acres to create. But guess what? You got to rent the space. You got to rent the camera. We have the crew. All you got to do is bring in your talent. We got craft services, catering. You don't got to bring in nothing. You just bring your script, bring your actors that you casted or what have you, and we got everything from there. We got base camp, we got honey wagons, we got trailers, we got housing. I mean,
Everything. One stop shop. everything.
Anything you could think of that's imaginable in production, we have it. So I understand it. So now I own a studio in New Orleans. I own one here in Atlanta too, in the Riverdale area. It's small in stature, but everything have to start somewhere and then it grows, right?
Mhm.
So for him doing that, it allowed me to understand what I needed to do on my journey in stage plays, in film, in TV, and things of that nature. Um, so I say all that to say, because I got my degree, because I'm a working actor, because I understand the dynamics on both sides, I implore my people to get an acting class, get an acting coach, but my instructors, I implore them to try and teach more terminology opposed to what you think they should be doing. That's whack. And I guarantee production. So people in my class are in my production. They're in my plays. They're in my movies. They're in my TV show. They're in my verticals. You know, uh, this thing's been going on and happening for years. Some people understand it, some people don't. But it's not for me to make them understand it. I'm just trying to provide a service so that they can pursue an opportunity for their lives and their careers.
Most definitely. I want to touch three things real quick on all that you just said. One, even though you made mention that you and Tyler Perry are first cousins, one thing I like when I was hearing you speak is that you didn't use what Tyler Perry has done to build your name. You went out and got educated. You went to school. You learned. You studied your craft. You studied him. You researched. You watched, and you went out and you built Lucky Johnson, and you made your own way, and you built your own lane off of your sweat and tears as well. So first of all, I love that. I like that, and then. I do want to say too, one thing you mentioned in there is about how he didn't use radio and put all that money into the system for advertisement. He did it, by going out. I won't ever forget going to visit a church in Mobile last year when I was getting ready to do my show in Mobile and traveling. 2025, I visited 56 churches in 2025. And a pastor there, Pastor Benson, he said, I want to tell you something. What you're doing is the same thing Tyler did. You're going out and let people look at you. You let people look at you, you shaking hands, you introducing yourself, and you telling people who you are, and you're not counting on the radios to do it for you. And he said, so therefore, if that brother did it, and look where he is now, he said, whatever it is, I can tell in your eyes, you tired, my sister, but don't give up. Keep going. Because a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, I'm by myself when I'm out promoting and traveling to different areas. I'm up in Valdosta next. I'm 3.5 hours from Valdosta, but I'm in Valdosta every weekend now leading up into the show. And I'm going out and I'm meeting the people. I'm going out, I'm shaking hands. And I walk up to anybody because if you don't know who I am, let me tell you, okay? But that's how we've been able to step into different cities and states. And I haven't had an empty crowd yet on this particular tour. And I'm grateful for that. And like I said, to hear you tell the story and to watch Maxine Baby, I promise you, I watched it a million times. Okay. I kept rewinding. I took my notes. I carry my notebook everywhere I go. I got my notebook. I took my notes and I listened because to see what he did and change the game the way he did, that gives the rest of us dreamers coming behind him, what I'm saying, we know that we too can do it as well. Not exactly the way he did it, but we can do it our way and also make it, so I want to shout out to that. And then also to hear you when you mentioned the compound, the Army base, and how he brought that and made history with that. And then you said, I got my own studio in Riverdale. Yeah. See, people got to catch the thing. Yeah, that's my first cousin. He doing his thing. He is the man in these streets. But I got my own studio, and I'm doing my thing as well. So I want to make sure people understand that. Even though you made mention of that and the relationship between you, you still have your own way. Because a lot of people would have tried to grab that coattail and ride it to make their own and take off that. But instead, you took what you saw, what he did, you learned, and you went and got educated, and you built Lucky Johnson brands in the studio yourself. And I love that. Okay, I love that. You also said, when I'm not doing stage plays, I'm doing movies, I'm doing comedy sessions. That's what people need to know, that you don't have to chase one dream. Whatever it is you like and whatever it is your talents you have, you can put them all together and do everything. Okay. And a lot of people think that, okay, I want to act and that's all I got. That's all I can do right now. I got to focus on that only. Oh, I want to produce and direct, but I got to keep acting so I can get my name over here. But no, you just told them, look, in this season I'm doing stage plays. But I stopped there, I do a movie. But I stopped there, I'm on the stage doing the whole comedy skit. Comedy session, you know, and I'm teaching acting classes every Saturday at 12 p.m. You heard him, okay? I told that. So we're gonna make sure when this ends, I'm gonna make sure I drop that that website for them to sign up for the acting classes because I'm gonna sign up too. I'll sign up for the acting classes and also the network, the Lucky Johnson Network, so they can stream and watch the stage plays and the movies on there as well. Speaking of movies, August the 15th, you have a movie premiere.
Yes.
Can you tell us about that movie premiere?
For sure. We got a movie. It's called Pray for the Pastor. It's Prey. So the pastor, he's moonlighting as a pastor, but he really a street common thug. And he done got off into the church and got a church and preaching, but he's really a hoodlum. You know what I mean? So Pray for the Pastor is written by my lead writer at the studio, KB. She's an author. She done wrote about 40, 50 books. You know what I mean? And she's phenomenal. August 15th, we premiere the movie. Once we premiere the movie, it launches on LJN. So what I've learned to do is in that marketing, monopolize the moment right then and there. So if you're not going to Blockbuster Theater and to the big movie house and you're going streaming 2-3 days, maybe a week before it comes out, they do these big marketing push, these big marketing campaigns. So I learned from that experience to when the movie is premiered, tell the people, 100, 200, 300 people, whoever's in the audience, hey, download the network, tell your friends and family to watch it, especially you guys that's in the movie. You know, let your people know to watch it. If you got 100 people in there and they get to 10 people, you got 10,000 people. So that's the math. So God take what you added and multiplies it. So we don't add anymore. You see, we multiply. So that 100 people is not 200 people to me. It's 10,000. So people trying to race to the 10,000, you can just get the 100. It'll multiply to the same, you know, because there's a saying, you reap what you sow. So if you reap a proper seed, you're going to harvest a proper reward. You know what I'm saying? You dig? So at the end of the day, like they said, it'll be pressed down and running over because that 100 becomes tenfold. It becomes 10,000, you see? So when you walk in your grace and when you're letting God guide your footsteps, he don't add for you anymore. He multiply. You see, God is in the adding and the multiplication business. You know, devil is into the subtraction and the division business. I want to touch on when you said you go out by yourself. You're supposed to, because a prophet is not accepted in his own home. So you got to go out and get it, sister, because Jesus' sister and brother still didn't want to accept him from being the Messiah. He's the Messiah. And they still said, I'm not going to call him that. This is in the word. And he's the prophet in his home with his brothers and sisters. We operate in our divinity. We don't operate a lot in our humanity because the people that ate out the same pot with you and took a bath out the same tub and come up in your neighborhood, they don't see you. You understand? They see you, but they don't see you because they see your humanity. When you're operating in your divinity, they don't understand the level that God has put you on. So now they feel as though, oh, you think you're too much or you better than. No, I'm operating in a space that you're not familiar with because it's spiritual. You see? So when we're coming through the clinches and you're in your space and you're networking and you're shaking hands and kissing the babies, you're supposed to do that because Tyler went and pioneered the way already. One has to go before you in order for you to be able to go through. You understand? You can't go through the road unless they build the road. They built the highway so you could travel the highways and the byways. You dig? So, yeah. So at the end of the day, what you're doing is super phenomenal. Tyler didn't invent stage plays. He just created his own will. So he created a will that was unique to him, and people kept buying that will. You made your will for your car. I made my will for my car. Before the wheel was round, it was square. They said, that's not going to work. So they made the wheel round so it could rotate and move forward. See? So you can have movement and don't have no progression. See, because you
Yes.
can move in place. I'm moving, but I have no progression. You see, you have progression. You have to keep doing what you're doing, and you can never, ever, ever stop what you're doing. Nobody said it's going to be easy, and nobody said. They said, "Oh, you're the next Tyler Perry." No, I'm not. I'm the next Lucky Johnson. You dig? So the same person that can feed you can make you starve. You understand? So I don't look at him and say, "Hey, cuz I don't covet him. That's a sin. I'm not jealous. I'm not envious. I'm proud and excited." And I'm like, my God, I'm a fly on the wall, and I be picking up what he putting down. And I take it to my community of people and say, hey, listen, I just went up the mountain. Because you know Moses and Aaron, when Moses went up the Mount Sinai, Aaron and his sister had to wait down there. They couldn't
Yes.
go you have to wait right here. I'll be back. That's what you're doing. So you have to go before them to come back and tell them what God said, to come back and tell them what the prophet said, what the pastor said, what the guy told you when he told you what he told you. You understand? When they had that movie and they said, I'm Malcolm X, I'm Malcolm X. We all are Tyler Perry. We
Hmm.
all are Tyler Perry. You understand? But yet we're ourselves. You
Yes.
see? We all strive to be like Jesus. But yet we're ourselves because we fall short the glory of God. We can never be. We can never be. I don't look to match or meet what he did. I look to match and meet the better me. Every day I'm in competition with the yesterday me. What can I
Mm.
do today to outdo what I did yesterday? You know, what can I write? What can I perform? What show can I put on? I'm always ahead of the game. So when I say I'm doing a play or a movie, it's already scheduled. So it's not like
Hmm.
I'm like, what I'm gonna do next month? I know what I'm about to do next year. I'm not even in 2026 with everybody else. I'm in 2027 already. See? So if they not in 2027, they behind the eight ball. They behind. I'm way in 2027. Almost in 2028. I'm almost because that's what I learned from being under these guys who are forward thinking people, who are trying to get up early in before everybody before the roosters crow. They up trying to get the eggs out the hen house. You understand me?
Hmm.
Before right at the crack of dawn because the early bird get the worm, right? So they're pondering on their next move while you just turning over in the bed because the alarm clock went off. You
Yes.
see, if that makes sense. So I'm
Mhm.
excited to see what the brother did. I'm excited to see what you did because it inspires me to know to keep pushing forward. You see, because you have to tell your story from your point of view. Tyler told his story from his point. The Mardell character come from my mama.
But your mom,
She Aunt Jerry, she's in the
your mom.
documentary. Yeah. So he said he'll tell people that's my deal because she told her that gun and she'll shoot your ass in a minute. You see,
Yes.
she's no nonsense. She went through 3 husbands. She just no nonsense. She didn't play games. You know, and a wonderful woman, give you the shirt off her back. Saved guy life. He fell out in front of our door one time. Mama gave him CPR and kept oxygen to his brain, and they gave him a heart transplant. He lived 10, 11 more years. But that's who she is. She breathed life into him, you know,
Hmm.
and didn't want nothing from him. He a local street guy, drug dealer in our neighborhood. You know, this when we was younger. But he fell out from our door. My mama, she know he out there selling drugs. She know he ain't right, but that's irrelevant. He's a human.
He's a human.
She saved his life. I'll never forget that. And I use that analogy because that's who she is. You know what I mean? And she raised us 4 boys, single mom, and we all not on no drugs, not in the penitentiary, you know, level-headed men, take care of kids and grandkids, right? She did a remarkable job. Daddy was there. I'm not saying that, but they wasn't in the same house. You dig?
Yes.
So when people such as yourself, baby, is going out into the world to tell your point of view, to tell your perspective, to tell your story, that's needed because you're saving somebody, you're talking to somebody, you're giving them encouragement. They're saying, "Oh, I didn't know she went through that." It may not be you. It's just art imitates life, and life imitates art.
His part.
So
Yes.
so you're just saying something from a point of view. I'm on all the Queens men. I ain't never killed nobody in my life, let alone cut out their guts and eat the chitlins. I don't even eat chitlins. You see,
You did that.
I did that. You see, and I'm having fun with the character. And I
Mhm.
created a cadence and a tone for that particular character that didn't exist in the first 2 seasons.
Yeah.
He coming in the third, fourth, and fifth season. Now I'm working on a spinoff. So I shot the pilot. Hey, cuz I don't want no handout. I want a hand up. I'm gonna send it to your team. I don't want to send nothing to you. I want to go through the proper channels because I want to be able to come back and tell other people what to do. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. So if I don't have the knowledge, I can't teach them nothing. So I got to come back with the knowledge because if I know the ledge, if you dissect knowledge, it's no ledge. I know there's a ledge. I'm not gonna fall off the ledge because I know. I have knowledge. You can take anything from me. You can't take my knowledge, my intelligence, my smarts, my brain, my wits. You see? So when they talking and I'm picking it up, I go back to my community and say, hey man, I just went and talked to the Wizard of Oz. I just talked to the prom king, the captain of the football team, you know, the president of Cam Doom Loudy. Let me tell you what he said. And I got a group of people that is following my dream. They're following my aspirations. They believe in me, you know what I mean? And they trust my judgment. And I appreciate that because I'm not alone. You know what I mean? I started off alone, but I kept building these people like Dorothy did when she kept going to see the eyes. People just kept coming along on the yellow brick road.
Yellow brick.
Some
Yeah.
some people can stay, some people can't stay. My people stayed and they stayed on the path and they still here. 26 years later, my technical director, Kwame, he's still with me. You know what I mean? It's a bunch of people. They still with me, you know?
Listen, I reached out to you to bring you on to Live on the Fed Up Show because I saw the flyer and the productions you was doing. But I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in alignment. I believe in connection. I believe in God's timing to do certain things. Brother, I just got a text message from my best friend, and she said, "I see you crying on air." Man, this man, hey, I can't tell, but I believe God had you here today to say what you said when you was given that word, because I promise you preached the word. He sent you here for a reason, because on the path and on the journey, when you're building your way and you're going out and building your name, like you said, it's not easy. And there are going to come times when them bumps in the roads make you start questioning and second guessing yourself if this is really what I'm supposed to be doing. So I know for a fact on tonight, God dropped Lucky Johnson on Live on the Fed Up Show to say the things you said. So for the confirmation to tell me, my girl, I told you when I gave you the vision that I had you and I still got you. And oh boy, Lucky, I'm a thug in these streets. Lucky, you
got you in here crying, huh? Got you in here crying, huh?
Yeah, Lucky, you got me. But so if they miss that word, I don't worry. I'm gonna make sure I clip it and make short clips of it because it's needed for every dreamer on a mission right now. Yes, every dreamer on a mission needed to hear what you just said, and it's crazy because that same pastor I mentioned earlier was the one that quoted me that a prophet is not honored in his own hometown. He quoted me that exact same scripture, and that was my first time ever hearing it. And ever since then, it's the scripture that's in the back of my journal. It's in my car. It's in my wallet, and I carry that because sometimes we feel like those who know us and where we're from are supposed to be our biggest supporters, and when they're not, it'll have you feeling a certain way. So that scripture helped to change the mindset. And I had a relative that used to tell me all the time, "You're bigger than Troy. You're bigger than the hometown. I need you to stop looking there, and I need you to go and look further back because you're meant to be worldwide, not local wide, but worldwide. So stop focusing on who's not supporting you here and focus on who's supporting you in states that didn't even know you. These people didn't know you, girl. And we walking into theaters where hundreds of people are in the room and they didn't know you. And I won't ever forget Montgomery, Alabama, my first time doing the Davis Theater, March 2025. My first time. I've been wanting to do it for 12 years. But again, God's timing is the best time and not our time. And I've had to cancel trying to do a show there probably 3 times over the years since I've been on my journey. But March 2025, I finally got to do the Davis Theater. And to be backstage, get my makeup done, and get a text message from my cousin with a picture of the line going down the sidewalk and around the curve at the Davis Theater. Man, you couldn't tell me I wasn't at the Fox Theater. I had to tell my makeup artist to stop for a minute. Wait. And I had to get up and do my shout in the corner because God is who he say he is. And for those who don't believe me, you better try him. And if you ain't tried him, I don't know what you're waiting on, because yes. And for my mother to call me when she finally got there, and she called and she said, "These people here for your show?" And I said, "Yes, ma'am." And she said, Punky, it's people everywhere out here. And I said, "Yes, ma'am, I've heard." And she said, "Oh my God." And my dad in the background, "You go, girl, you go." So dinner on you tonight, right? You pay for dinner. But to hear the excitement in their voice and to see it, that's a show and a feeling I would never forget. But honestly, I have been, doing some questioning, like, hey, what do I need to do to change some things? And I really feel like you were brought today to tell me, the girl, mind my business. I need to mind my business and let God do what he do. Let God do what he do, and keep doing what I do, because faith without work is dead. And I'm definitely trying to make sure I put in the work so he see that I'm not waiting on a handout from him. I'm actually out here trying to do my part to make it come to life. But I do want to ask you too, for the other playwrights who are watching, for those storytellers who are trying to put their journey together and put a production together, as a playwright, as a filmmaker, how do you balance entertainment with delivering a meaningful message at the same time?
Let me tell you this.
Mm-hmm.
Your tears is of joy. They're of relief. They're of confirmation. The tears flow, go back to the rivers whence they come. That's why they come out of the wells of your eyes, because that's where your soul lies. You understand? That's a beautiful thing. So what it do is, it's refreshing. It's cathartic for you. You need that. You need this conversation more than me. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's healing for you. You dig? It's a tough journey, but you got to stay on the journey. And listen, don't never get to the destination. Always stay on the journey. The journey is the fun. You see, people want to get married. They want the wedding, but they don't want the marriage. They want the wedding. They don't want the marriage. You understand? They don't want the ups and downs every 3 to 4, 5 years when the person changes, when their political views change, when their financial status change, when their health declines or uplifts, when they can't be sexual anymore.
Yeah.
These type of things is what you set out to deal with and be with the person. And when I'm saying person, it don't have to be a human. I'm talking about the journey. You understand? That's the first thing. Second thing is, when God do things like that, he know you're going to give him the praise. He don't need anything from us but the praise. He don't need our money. He don't need our conversation. We be praying, look, God, he need meditation. He want to let us hear him talk to us. He already know what we need. He made us. You see, he didn't make us in his color. He made us in his image. So I'm black, I'm white. No, you're of God. You're of the kingdom. Okay. All right. Now we got that out the way.
Yes, sir.
What clears me, baby, is the fact that what I champion is, I'm from New Orleans, so we do bounce music. So I've incorporated R&B bounce in my plays. This is R&B music with a up-tempo party type beat. No cursing, no vulgarity, nothing like that. But it's good, it's feel goods. When the music come on, it feels good. And you're like, oh, that's my jam. But while you jamming and singing, you groove into a beat that we created in New Orleans in the 90s. It's called bounce music. So all it does was sped up, it's called BPMs, beats per minute. All it did was sped it up a little bit and get you dancing a little faster, right? So in order for me to convey a message, I have to get the butts in the seat. I have to have an audience. 5 people or 500 is still an audience. Right now, I have an audience. You understand? It doesn't matter who listens to it now or later. I have an audience. I have you. You understand? So iron sharpens iron. Iron can't sharpen wood. It'll cut through it. See, that's in Proverbs. But anyway, when I'm doing my production, I'm calculated, methodically thinking of a way where I can convey a message to the audience to change, heal, make whole, or possibly uplift and be a not only a beacon of light, but just a outlet for them to
Yes.
say, interesting. It got to be thought provoking. You understand? And so, yeah, we're gonna have fun. I play this Paw Paw character. I I sing, but I don't sing. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I can't
Yeah.
wail, but I can hold a little note. You know what I mean? But I got some wailers in this thing, man. I got some people that's I'm talking about. They are clowning on the singing, right? So I bring in this stock character. Why? Because Tyler bought him a deal as a stock character. He said, pay attention to my lights, my colors, my comedy, my transitions, my flow.
Mhm.
When Mardell come in, what she says. I studied that. So I got a Pawpaw character, Pawpaw Papa. So I just channel my daddy, my granddaddy. I think about the little stuff they would say. And I, sure you're right, and they say little things that was cliche and it was cute to the family, but it was from old school. And I loved it all. And I was like, ooh, that was so good. I like what you just said, Papa or Daddy. They say some stuff, it just be so profound. But I be wanting to give it to the audience. So when I'm sitting back, I'm literally on the stage. I always wear different glasses, depending on the character I play. In this play, I play a Mexican and I play Paw Paw. So some of the plays I play Michael Jackson, I play the schizo character, I play these different characters, and it'd be fun because I'm able to, make bringing them to life. But anyway, we all schizophrenic, and we all got these different people in our mind. So
Yes.
you're either gonna go
Yes.
crazy or you're gonna write a journal on the paper and play it out on the stage. So I play it out on the stage. You know what I mean? Um, when I'm sitting back on the stage and I'm looking at the audience and they picking up certain jokes or certain things, it's refreshing to me. And I'm like, okay, they got it. I like that. That's good. I'm able to help in certain aspects. Now, over the years, I've had great things. Couples have got married, and I'll run into them later on. They'll show me their marriage book, and my ticket will be in there. One of my plays, Lucky Johnson. I'm like, man. And so I'm in their wedding booklet because they met at the play. I've had couples to do stuff like that. One of my plays, I had a young man got out of jail. Definition of Bounce was the name of that play, and he had got shot. The lady comes, she was crying. She said, "Baby," she said, "that's my son's story, because he come home from jail, but he got shot. The good thing about her son is he didn't die. The one in my play died.
Mhm.
So when he died, I had a violinist come out and play, and the two singers sung, "We fall down, but we get up," and they had the violin, and they sung. What happened is the guy that shot the guy on that day, they both lost their life. One died, one went to the penitentiary. They both lost their life. So they came back and sung with the violin in reference to, we fall down, but we get up. Now you done killed this man because he's on the block. So he left when he was 10. He went to prison for 5 years. Now he's 15, 16 years old. Now he's on the block. So he like, man, this is my block. I left here, I'm back. Like, no, you've been gone 5, 6 years. It's me, OG. And they get into a thing and the youngster kill him in the play. But it happens in our life in real time. So what is the message? Just trying to get the young people to understand you can't avoid, beat, elude. Whenever the evil one is trying to get you to do something, you're gonna lose. You're going to the penitentiary. Your family's gonna suffer. You're going to the grave. Your family is gonna suffer. Try and change that mindset and trajectory early on. Some people gonna get it, some people not. But that's okay, because if you keep living, then the light bulb will go off. So for me, that's what I'd be excited about when I know that they got something out of it. And they had a good time. But I know they got something out of it. Because even the hugs, you can feel the hugs. and you can see the smiles, and you can see that they leaving with something.
Yes.
And they got merchandise, and they got playbills, and they got my T-shirt, and they got my pen, and they got my little armband thing, and they bought my book. I got a book. I'm sorry, I'm an author. I got a book.
Yes. Yes.
Go to Amazon.com. I forgot about my book. Go to Amazon.com. go to Amazon.com and order the book When a Woman Loves. It's a book. They leave with something. They leave with something. You know what I'm saying? And so yeah, you know, that's what I really, really appreciate and enjoy every time I do it. And that's why I do it so much. Some people do play once a year. And I understand because money might be tight. And it's a lot. You got to write it, build a set, transfer the set, put it up, market it, do the flyers, do the go. Hey, can I please get you to come over here and buy a ticket? It's a lot.
Yes,
I know you know.
Yes,
How many plays you do a year?
I've been going every 3 months, like you said too. This particular one, Grief, Grudges, and Guilt, we've been on the road with this one since November of 2024. So my last show was in January in Hogansville, Georgia, and I haven't done one since January. So next month will be the first one since January. I launched live on the Fed Up Show and started doing media and press and getting out on the scenes and going into the environments of those who have the like minds of myself and being around those people, those creatives and those who I can connect with. And I started going in person. And so I've been doing live on the Fed Up Show in person, doing red carpet events, the festivals, the Indie Night Film Festivals, just showing up at different stuff. And it's my first time doing it. You know, I've always just did my thing and just looked from afar at those who had like-minded, but now I've started putting myself in the rooms with them. So now, and I heard the voice say it's time. And I said, okay, I'm going back out. But you said some things, and it's in previous videos, so people don't think I'm quoting you. It's in previous videos, and a lot of my shows, I tell them my shows are relatable. They're meant to be relatable. Grief, Grudges, and Guilt is about the Black family. We lose loved ones, the matriarchs, and then secrets and mess and drama come about when we have all those get-togethers leading up to the funeral. And those get-together messes and secrets create grudges and guilt. And we address those things in a comedic form, but it's discussing things that happens in our culture, in our families, that most of the time we try to avoid, downplay, and say, hey, what goes on here stays here. It's touching those things, but giving you, like you said, an outlet. So it's an outlet for you to laugh, for you to cry, and for you to understand that there's no problem too big for God to solve. And also the power of forgiveness is how my show wraps up in the end. It shows you the power of forgiveness. And so I had a counselor on last night who said people have to understand forgiving people that have hurt you is not for them, it's for you. And so that's why I told them, you know, this show is for that. This particular show is for that. For those of us who are grieving, going through some things of loss, not just losing loved ones, but if you lost a job, lost a relationship, so whatever you're grieving, show up and get that release. We're going to cut up. Like you said, we're going to cut up. We're going to have a good time. We're going to sing some good singing. You know, we ain't a play without some good singing, okay? So we're going to have some good singing and good music and the band. Oh, I love them. I love them. They're my cousins, my first cousins. They're my cousins. They killing it in that band, and we roll. But I'm glad that you said that, making shows relatable, and being consistent in it as well, and staying relevant with it, and showing them that creativity and the live art theater is here. And I promise you, every time I get on social media, I'm seeing a play being announced. Somebody's doing a show, and I think there's 2 or 3 happening on August the 8th. I'm in Atlanta, and because they've been dropped in my inbox, and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be in the area, but I was gonna be at Men, Lies, and Secrets. Just
you coming over? Yeah.
Yes, I'll be there. Actually, I'm coming this Saturday to the play Man of the House. Yeah, I've been at Man of the House. We're coming again next Saturday for your show. So we're coming to yours as well, and so I'm excited about it to be able to be in the room and to watch those who are on another level doing this thing, and to see it play out. So I'm excited about it, and that was something I put on my vision board in December, and that was to go out and start witnessing plays again like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because it was your cousin that got me doing plays. I was in the 9th grade. Okay, I've always liked to write. but I was in the 9th grade when I saw his first play. And so therefore I started, and I turned my first play in 2012, a journal entry called What's Next. I turned those writings into a play, and that show, and you said something earlier about it too. That particular show talked about teen pregnancy, high school dropout, HIV, and single parent homes. Single parent, just the mother in the picture and the father out. It had all those storylines in it. And they asked me, why did you do it? I said, because sometimes our people, we don't like to read. You know what I'm saying? So you can't put a book in front of them and let them read what the statistics say and what the numbers are. But if you put it on the stage and let them laugh, let them cut up, hear some good music, they caught them statistics and those percentages, and they caught the message, and they didn't have to read it. So that was the point of it, because there's too much going on in our culture, in our communities. And I feel like if we don't give them a way to listen, to hear, and to address those issues in the form of art, then we're going to continue to see those numbers rise, and see our young people too continue to go down the wrong path. And I just feel like theater and the stage and the art is giving them that outlet and platform to say, hey, you heard what she just said? She said, oh, it's such and such percentage of us that's getting HIV. You heard that? Oh man, I better go put a condom on tonight. You know what I'm saying? It's a message, and we're doing our due diligence to help our communities, and it's in the form of art. And they thinking they just coming for a show to cut up and laugh, but they coming to be educated, and they hear a message that they need to hear, otherwise they wouldn't hear. So I do, because I'm not gonna hold you much longer. I want to ask you this: how important is consistency compared to talent when it comes to creating longevity in the entertainment business?
Consistency is the key. Consistency is the key. So it's no more such things as celebrity anymore, because everybody, social media, skits, influencers, they're the celebrities now. They're the celebrities. The Kai Cenats, the Drewskis, Kevin Hart is smart enough to know to tap in with those young people to get their audience for the next 20 years. You see? Mm-hmm. So consistency is how they built this fan base and this audience. So everybody has a level of talent. Everybody has a gift God has blessed them with. The networks are not buying your talent. They're buying your audience. Mm-hmm. So when you build these audiences and you got these 100,000s and millions of people on your Facebook and Instagram, Country Wayne is doing these verticals, and he's getting 1.48 billion views and making $600,000 a month. You understand? Because they want to buy into his audience. Now, he's on Facebook. It's still just like any other network or platform that's around. So he's calling the market for himself early on during COVID by doing these skits on Instagram. Instagram paid a little bit, TikTok paid good, and they fell off a little bit, but Facebook outdid them. So he just stuck with Facebook. You understand? It's non-exclusive, so he still put little stuff over here, little stuff over there, but he channeled it more to Facebook. But he was very clever. He got 4, 5, 6 other producers to produce other shows and put it on his platform. Now Facebook is saying, "My God, this Country Wayne guy is a monster. This is the machine saying that, because it's not a human. It don't know he got 10 other producers doing other shows and they submitting it to his people. He got 2 girls that upload for him. The people that's doing it, he give them $10, $20, $30,000 every month. They submit 10, 15, 20 shows a day or whatever. They meet their quota. He pay them their money. Who wouldn't do that? You're gonna give me this kind of money just to turn on this thing here, and it's free, and I don't need no lights, no apertures, no camera crew, no lenses. I don't need no permits. I don't need no buy no food. I ain't gotta pay. Oh, you crazy? And talent that's in big movies and production and athletes, they want to be in it because it's the way of the world now. It's making your kids say you cool. I saw you in. My grandson said, "Papa, I saw you on TikTok."
Yeah,
that made me a cool Papa. I said, "Papa, you on TikTok? You made it, Papa."
Yeah.
I said, "Yes, I did, baby. You know, you on TikTok, Papa." My other one, he went on YouTube. "Papa, you a YouTuber?" I said, yes, baby. But he just on there seeing stuff, you know. But that's their world. The young people are gravitating to the social media platform, the AIs, and this type of thing. But if you don't tie in, you'll be a dinosaur. So you have to be consistent. You have to keep going. You have to keep building. You got to keep networking, you know, and you got to keep putting your best foot forward. But also, don't be afraid to network because the, uh, 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 a chain is linked to other chains. It's not the chain. It's not one link. That's not a chain. It's a link.
It's a link.
Why they call it the weakest link. But once it links to the next one and the next one and the next one, and then it creates this ecosystem within itself. But it gets stronger and stronger and stronger. That's why you have to be consistent. That's why you have to get up every morning and post, every night and post, so the algorithms can catch you. Then you gotta sit. The phones hear you talk. I might say, I love bowling. Tomorrow, a bowling ball gonna pop up. I'm gonna see 4 bowlers.
I'm telling you, because the phones are tapped.
Yes,
You're right.
the
Yes.
machine hears you, and the algorithm try and perpetuate in your mind what it think you want or what you like. You know, so if you ever get somebody on Instagram, if you want to know what they're into, just look through their story, that little box right here. When you go to that box, it tells you what they're into. Mine's I got boxing, boats, planes, exercising, stuff like that. But you might go to somebody else's, they might have Legos or whatever, you know what I mean? They might have grass cutting or fishing. Some they might have hunting because that's what they're into. Because the algorithm understands that they hit that one too many times. You see, so you have to find your people. You have to find your community. You have to be consistent. And people who like skits, the algorithm is going to send your skit to them because it's in the algorithm. You see, and now you're building that audience because you're consistent, because you're posting every day and you stand on top of it. And the machine is saying, wait a minute, this person is feeding the beast. Let's go ahead and give them a little play. Let's send them out to some other people that does something similar to this. Let's send them to people who looks at these other skits. The machine is going to send your skit to them. They don't even know you. They way in Japan,
Yeah.
Saudi Arabia. They way in another country. But then all of a sudden they inbox you or they hit the like button, but they're in a different country or a different state. That's because the algorithm sent you to them. See, so you have to be consistent. Talent is going to speak for itself. You got a talent. You just got to find the talent you're trying to convey to the people. The consistency is the key. The consistency
Yes.
is the key. And so that's
Yeah.
my advice to the people, man. Be extremely consistent. Be steadfast. Uh, be humble. Be super humble. You know. Keep God first. Take God everywhere you go. You can't take God, don't go. I don't care where you're going. You understand? And believe in yourself. Don't worry about what other people believe. And stop worrying about your grandmother and your daddy and your cousin trying to buy a ticket. Just give them a ticket. That's okay. They've been seeing you perform in the living room all your life. Go, go to the
For real.
strangers. Let your family see the strangers interact with you. Then they're gonna understand. Then they're gonna get it. Then they're gonna say, wait a minute, this person is special. She got something going on. He got something going on. Because I didn't see him like this at home. But when he up here and he's in these lights and he's on this, and I'm looking at these people, wait a minute, something's happening here. Something is happening here. And now I got to start paying attention a little differently. Now I got to start supporting them. Now I got to start calling my friends at work. You saw my son play? You saw my daughter movie? You read my nephew book? Now they're calling because they realize something's happening. You know, and it's not they're not bad people. It's not that they don't believe in you. You understand? It's sometimes it's a fear that you may not make it, or you should just have a regular job. You know, don't do yourself that. Don't struggle. I struggled. I didn't do that. They don't want that for you. So you thinking they just shooting down your dream. No, they just want what's best for you. Only problem is they don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Only God knows that. You see? Because
Yes.
what's good for the gander may not be good for the goose. See? So what God got for me is for me, but God may see it good for me. He may not see it good for you. You see, so he's not gonna give it to you because you may can't handle it. You might go crazy, blow the money. You might blow your brains out. You know,
But you
and money only heightens who you are. If you're an asshole without money, you're gonna be an asshole with money.
with money.
It's just
Amen.
it don't change anything.
You right. You right. And I'm gonna say this before we wrap up. I won't forget. My dad told me somebody approached him and referred to me as Miss Fed Up, and he said, "You talking about punking?" And I said, "Daddy, please stop that. Stop that. I'm not punking. I'm not punking." He said, "But you know," he said, they raved about you and said everything you're doing." He said, "You know what I told him? What I'm most proud of is that she's chasing her dream and she's doing all that, but she still get up Monday through Friday and go to her go to the job from eight
You
to
have
five.
to. You
Eight to
have to.
five, she's going to
You
work.
better. You better.
Eight to five, she's going to work. And when she get off on Fridays at 5, then she turns into who y'all just called her, which is Miss Fed Up. But she's punking to me. But I've been to what she was capable of. And he told me, he said, to see people hug on you after a show, he said that it makes my heart smile. Keep going, my daughter. You got it. And I said, man, people don't understand. To hear a man, especially a father, tell you that after watching the play, because you know most men don't like going to see stage plays.
At all.
But you know what I'm saying? So to hear a man after a show, even though he's my dad, but to hear a man after a show say, "Hey, daughter, that was good. That was good." You know, and hug me and kiss me on my forehead in front of everybody, you know, Lord have mercy, and say, you got to keep going, baby, keep going. Daddy got your back too. I said, I appreciate it. Yeah, but you can't let that job go to that mortgage paid off, all right? Simple. But and I just relate to that. I can hear that, but I'm telling you, it's no feeling in the world that I can, no words for me to explain to you to have complete strangers walk up and wait for me after a show. They literally wait. You know, my stage manager, he said, "Hey, how much longer you need? They still out there waiting on you." I'm like, "Hold on, let me take these heels off. I'm coming. Let me take these heels off. I'm coming. I promise you. Let me put these slides on. I'm on the way." But to get out there and them people who ain't never heard of me a day in their lives, and I start advertising that show, to hug on me and say, "Baby, that was good. Baby, that was real good." And to hear them say, when churches allow me to come speak and tell their members about the play, and they say, from you talking, I want a ticket. From you talking, I want a ticket. I'm like, God, you know. And this past Sunday at Union Cathedral in Valdosta, when I was there, that lady said, "Baby, God is all over you." Thank you. He's over you. He's over you. And I want 4 tickets because I want to see. I want to see it for myself so I can tell people I saw it and I met her in person and she is who she says she is. And I said, oh my God. But that it's a feeling. It's that push, that extra push, because I'm tired. I went from Atlanta on Saturday to Valdosta on Sunday and back to Troy and got up at 7:30 and was at the bank. Just saying, "Hey, welcome. You want to open an account? I got you." I was there, even though I was tired, hanging on by a thread. But I can play that conversation back, and that's my motivation to keep moving. That's my motivation to keep moving. And so I appreciate you. You done that. The interview was about men, lies, and secrets, and tell me about your debut and everything you got going on. But you did more for me on this interview. Then you gave more of the information about your play in the movies and Lucky Johnson's studio and everything you have going on, man. It was needed. I sincerely appreciate you for accepting the invite and coming on and being willing to share what you shared and being open, and then also to pour into me, even if you didn't know I needed it in that moment. You know, those words will forever stick. Those words mean more than you can imagine. Now, don't go block me when I jump in your inbox and say, "Hey, cuz, listen, I'm working on this. What you think I should do? You got a little advice for me?" And that's the thing. I tell people quick, I don't want nothing handed to me. But if you can give me some advice, let me tell you something. Everything you post, I'll share from here on out. Everything you do.
Text you my cell. I'm going to text you my cell number. I'm going to text you my cell.
Yes, sir. And I'm telling you, I'm with you. And another guy I brought on, he told me, he said he told his marketing people that hired me to interview them on my show. He said, I told him, "Hey, the interview over, she's still sharing the stuff. She coming, she's still making posts about it." She was like, "Yeah, that's why I use it. She's gonna do that." And I tell him, because you didn't know me. So you didn't have to trust me enough to come on my platform and think my platform was special enough to talk about what you have going on and help get the word out. And since you did, I got you. Who got me? I got them. I got you. No matter what you throw up from this day forward, It's going to be shared across all my platforms. And I'm going to share it because people will. My Instagram, I just started using my Instagram a few months ago. I'm in love with Facebook. Facebook is what my following is. And that's who ran me my first check for social media. So that's where I'm at, and that's where I focus so much of my time on. But my management team told me, I just got a manager this year, and he told me, he said, I need you to build that Instagram and TikTok, ma'am. I need you to go over there and build the platforms because people look at numbers, and I want to make sure, you know, when they see them platforms, because everybody don't do Facebook anymore. And I'm like, okay, but you know, they love me on Facebook. Now I got to go over here and act like I'm a beginner, you know what I'm saying? People, but I would say people like you and others who have come on. I've had Richard Lawson on the platform. He came on. Richard Lawson came on. I had Miss oh Lord, my brain just went. So Miss Tina LaFleur came on. Queen Sugar. That was my move. That was my show. I cried when it ended. Miss Tina Erica Hubbard came on. Melody Cherie came on. Steve Brown. You know, people who we've watched on TV and didn't even feel like we could reach out to and touch, they've told me yes. And when those people told me yes and came on, I told them, ain't nothing y'all can tell me from here on out. I'm going. I'm running. I'm running to see what the end gonna be, and I run off crazy faith because people like Lucky Johnson told me yes. People like Lucky Johnson told me yes. And God, and there are people who say no, but God has already strategically aligned those on the path that's supposed to told me yes. And those people, I'm a forever rock behind, no matter what. No matter if you forgive me tomorrow, I'm going to still be over there reposting your posts and telling the people about the show. So I'm looking forward to meeting you on next Saturday. I'm looking forward to seeing the show. I know it's going to be a hit. At Men, Lies, and Secrets, August the 8th. It's in Atlanta, Georgia. Doors open at 7. Show starts at 8 p.m. And it's going to be at what theater again?
Lonzel's Performing Arts Theater in Tucker, Georgia. Get your tickets.
Tucker, Georgia,
yes. It's like 30 minutes from Atlanta. Okay. Yeah. And you get www.londzellpat.com, lonzelpat.com. Get your tickets at lonzellspat.com. And yeah, man, come out, have a good time. And I always tell people, like you were saying, you go to your 9 to 5, but you get off to get to your 6 to 10. And that's your entrepreneurship right there, you see. So don't quit your 9 to 5. You got to have that because you got a lifestyle to sustain until the 6 to 10 start picking up and doing this thing. And as an entrepreneur, you'll find yourself working harder as an entrepreneur than you work on your 9 to 5, believe it or not. You know what I mean? But you signed up for it. So when it start happening, don't get anxiety and depression and why? No, this is what you asked God for, and He's gonna give you that. So just be ready for it because He's gonna give it to you. You know. But yeah, man, come to the play. I'm looking forward to seeing you.
Oh yeah.
And having you and having a celebration with you. And thank you so much for all that you do. And everybody should tell you yes. Everybody should tell you yes. Because no matter how small or big the platform is telling you, supporting you. That's what we're supposed to be doing. You dig? So shouts out to you.
Most definitely. And I pray continued success your way. I appreciate you for the message you've delivered. And I want to tell the people, Lucky, tonight you reminded us that dreams don't become reality because they're easy. They become reality because someone refuses to stop believing in them. Your journey is proof that success isn't built overnight. It's built through sacrifice, discipline, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to your craft. Thank you for showing us that storytellers do more than entertain. They preserve the culture, spark conversations, and inspire healing, and challenge us to see life through different lenses. To everyone that watched tonight and who will come back and watch later, don't wait for someone else to hand you an opportunity. Write the script, build the vision, create the platform, bet on yourself, even when the odds seem impossible. Thank you so much for sharing your wisdom and your passion and your purpose with us tonight, Mr. Lucky. And to the incredible Fed Up family, thank you for joining another powerful episode. And God, was it powerful, Jesus? I'm live on the Fed Up Show tonight. I hope you all got something from it and took a message and it does something for you to change your tomorrow like it has done for me. So, Mr. Lucky, blessings to you. Again, see you next Saturday. Everybody, remember this. Your story has value. Your voice has purpose, and the world is waiting for what only you can create. So go out there and create it. Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep walking boldly in your purpose. It was your man, Lucky Johnson, the actor, producer, director, teacher, entrepreneur, and your girl, Miss Fed Up, from Live on the Fed Up Show. Good night, everybody, and God bless. We'll holla. Peace.
Love y'all. Peace.